Hi. Hello again, because the first time I tried recording this video, guess who put the focus on the trees behind me? That was me. What can you do? Re-record. It's okay. We make mistakes. It's fine. I'm trying to convince myself, but it is fine. It should be fine. It's no biggie. So, today, book. I never record book videos. In fact, I rarely record videos, even though I'd like to record them more often. So yeah, book video. This is in Polish, so let me translate this. This is the Polish translation of Lord of the Flies by William Golding. Now, the reason for me to record the video is this book, as you might have guessed. Now, the first time that I read this book, that was in 2011 or 2012. So I was a 15 or 16-year-old boy. And oh boy, did it shock me back then. And oh boy, did it shock me back again when I read it just yesterday. And I think it should be a mandatory read. This is one of those books that I think everyone should have read at least once in their life. Now the reason for it is this book is a very simple read. In fact, it's so easy to read that I know this is my second time, but I've read this book in 2 hours. It's 300 pages, at least this one, but the text is just so easy to go through that it doesn't take much. And it's really not a complicated read. There are books that you have to go through for hours, and this is not one of them. Does it make it any worse? No, it doesn't. This book, the whole reason about this video, or for this video, is this book kind of presents a very, very specific point, or actually many points, that I think we should reflect upon more today than we had in the past, even more now. The reason is, and I know this will apply to a lot of you. This kind of applies to my surroundings as well. I think it applies to everyone right now. Is we have switched from, being human beings and talking about the books we've read and the movies we've seen in real life to social media. And that switch happened some time ago. It's nothing new. You've probably tired of, the boomer going, well, it's the damn phones. Well, the boomers are now on Facebook, so hypocrisy match. But anyway, this book is I think what everyone that either got very opinionated or radicalized in a way on social media should read. I think everyone should read this, but it kind of applies to those ideas that kind of run with people. Now, I'm trying not to give you any spoilers. It might be difficult, but this book talks about fear and what it does to you, and how it affects your mind, and how understanding the source of the fear changes your perspective. And maybe the way you work and operate, and how not understanding the source of the fear can be tragic. This is something that it's probably as old as time. I think it applied to humans way before we even started to write. I think this has been with us since the beginning of our existence. And I think William Golding did a terrific job, showcasing a very, very difficult issue in societies in general, and doing it in a book that is this easy to read. It was shocking. I actually should put a trigger warning. The first time that I read this book, I did not cry because I couldn't. I was shocked, and it's very suddenly very heavy. It kind of is heavy from the beginning, but you get accustomed to it being heavy. The whole situations mentioned, you're kind of grown into them, so they don't affect you as much until they do. So yes, it can be heavy emotionally, it can be triggering, it can be a bit tragic. I think it's not a bit tragic, it's actually tragic. But I think everyone should read it. I think it should be one of those books that is necessary to read through in school. I remember one of the books that I read in school that were, mandatory reads was Catching the Rye, and I was also 16. And I really did not understand what the book was about. Maybe it's just me, but I think that many of my colleagues did not understand what that book was about. And what I personally think that I have received that the not understanding Catching the Rye defect of that book, because it's very decadent, the Catching the Rye. I think this should be the substitute mandatory read in that time, because it presents itself in a way that's maybe more easy to understand by. Well, at least I felt that it would have been more easy to understand this book than Catching the Rye when I was 16 years old. I think adults should read this more than 16 years old, which is also applicable to Catching the Rye. And I think people of every age probably should read it, apart from kids, and it's not suitable for kids. It's just, there's too much happening. It's heavy. Yeah? But yeah. Lord of the Flies by William Golding, and I absolutely recommend it. And if you have not read it, read it. It is a tragic book, tragic story, very easy to read, very heavy emotionally, but it touches on points that have existed a long time ago, and we as humans and as philosophers have understood some of those things. And I think we are losing the understanding of those things just because we are spending so much time on social media that we have left, the knowledge that was growing to be common. So this is a book, it's kind of a civilization in paper form. So yeah, I would recommend it. I'm gonna give it a rating of 12 out of 10. I've never done a book video before, and I'm doing it now, and it's on this book, so you can gauge for yourself how much of an impact this has had on me. In any way, this is the end of my video about Lord of the Flies. So have a great day, have a great night wherever you are, and all the best to you. Bye bye.